The kid comes home and like right by lock. So
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, I started the live. So what's up, guys? Let's see if anybody's in here. I don't know. I'll check the YouTube. I usually pull the
Yeah, I'm
YouTube
gonna
up
pull it
just to look
up.
for it, but just so I have it. But yeah, there should be some guys in here probably.
Yeah, people can be popping in. Like and subscribe when you do, of course. Who do you like today? I'm going through the playbook.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much on those teams there I got listed. I want to play maybe I like the Orioles and Angels project a little bit good, but I kind of like the Phillies the most today. Braves, I don't
Yeah.
mind. Red Sox, Reds. I'm getting some Reds a little bit. So the funny thing is, I got the Reds without Sims and with Sims, so that just sounds like they're a strong team today.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I
Yeah.
like Hunter
Yeah.
Green for pitching too, so hopefully that kind of correlates together a little bit.
I know I'm getting him.
A lot.
I've got all the top pitchers like Crochet, Green, Reagan, Sale. Then the stack I got the most, like, because I play the 4 entry max, is I got 2 Royals in my top 4, and a Toronto and a Detroit.
I'm getting a lot of Royals as well, and I don't have them on my sheet as much. They've been a team I've been targeting a lot this year, but I really haven't got them. Let's see if I got on this other place. I'm getting a lot more Nationals and Braves, more of a standard optimal lineup versus the Sims.
Yeah, Sims love the
Sims tend
leverage.
to get a little bit weird, but that's
Yeah.
fine. What's up, guys? What's up, Kevin? What's up, Eagles?
What's up,
Welcome in,
guys?
welcome in. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's a big downgrade. It's a park downgrade for KC. So that's the thing. But they against his Lively, like if they could get him out of there and get in some crappy relievers, something like that, I kind of like it. I wanted to check like what the weather is like in Cleveland. Ross not saying anything, so I assume it's not terribly cold or not terribly warm. So
I can get you weather. It's 57, winds blowing out at 4 miles an hour to right field. Not crazy wind, but it is park downgrade. It is not terribly bad there.
yeah,
I don't know. I like some of these warmer games. Like the Phillies are a really good warm game and 20-mile-an-hour winds blowing out to the left. The Braves have 78-degree temperatures with wind blowing out to right on 5 miles an hour, so not real big wind impact. That Rays stadium's outside now a little bit, so that's a decent one, I think.
yeah. The Rays Stadium is interesting because it was supposed to play up for runs, and it really hasn't in the beginning. And I don't know if that's because the Rays are just like a weak offense, or if it's just
I thought
variance.
the Rays have been doing pretty decent, I think, a little bit.
No,
Surpri-
they're doing well, but I don't.
yeah,
Have they been scoring
surprisingly,
a
they've been
ton?
doing all right.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe that's a better park today. Maybe the Braves do well today. Um, you know, I don't
yeah.
know.
Braves finally got to bust out, right?
Yeah, they got to bust out a little bit.
Yeah,
Let's go. Put your players on there. Go to pitching. Let's just go
yeah.
through
Let's see who you're
pitching.
getting to at pitching.
Yeah.
You could see.
Um, I'll just go through some pitching. Obviously Hunter. Like if you're building a cash optimal today, guys, Hunter Green, Cole Ragan's probably the 8.5, 8.4 your best options together. I like Crochet a lot against the White Sox today. Obviously, he's going to be about almost 50% owned. He's going to be pretty chalky. There's a lot of other guys we can go to. Sale's only 11%, but the Rays have been doing okay, and he got hit up pretty bad recently. I'm not on the Webb or the Wheeler today, against the Yanks and against St. Louis. I'm fine with that. I think his price is too high. Also, really good hitting weather in that Philly St. Louis game today. I'm going to be targeting that for weather. Rodon's all right at 8.3. I think his price. Mackenzie Gore, I was kind of talking him up in the playbook today a little bit more. I don't mind him against the Marlins, but also, at 8.1, you might as well just jump up and get Reagans or Green at 8.4, 8.5. Wisniewski's all right, but the Angels been kind of hot. So, I mean, he's like a value guy that's projecting okay, 7.3. You got Woods Richardson at 5.8 project against Detroit. Doesn't seem bad. Detroit's been hitting okay. I might take a shot at Woods Richardson at 5.8. That's just a great price. And then really underneath of that, I don't really like any of these guys. Barrios against the Orioles. I don't know. I'm not getting on the Orioles as much. They're a solid team. They got some good pop, but Berrios has been decent. But I don't know. I like the Orioles more. They're the top projected stack I got on the board.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't really like any of these guys down here on the lower end of the thing. Even Shane Smith against Boston.
Yeah.
I like the Red Sox a lot. I take shots at Wood Richardson, Wesniewski, and Gore if you want some cheaper options. I mean, even Gore's not cheap, but then the top guys are really what I'm getting to. Like you got on your sheet there, you got basically all the top guys in your builds, and that's just kind of what it's looking like it's going to be today.
It's really hard to go low at pitching with so much upside.
Yeah.
Like it feels like you're going to need, two to three of these guys. Like I got exposure to 4 in these top 10, and there's at least 4, 5, 6 guys that you got to expect you're going to need 20 points at pitcher to win a GPP. I mean, who knows, but anything can happen. But it just seems like it's hard to go down. I do. Gore did stand out to me just because his price isn't that cheap, so it's easy enough to get up to the other guys. But then on the other hand, his price may just increase and increase. He has been so good to start the year. Now he gets a really cheap, weak Marlins team. So it's something to think about. Like at 4%, I'm in more lineups. I'd be in on Gore for sure.
Yeah, and he started great for the season. So 8-1, and he's probably underpriced. I don't mind. I'm going to have him in a lineup. I'm doing 6 lineups today. I'm chasing some more Mega Million tickets today for the 555 tomorrow. I have 6 of those already, so I'm going to be going.
Is it a milli tomorrow?
Not. They call it a Mega Milli, but it's only 200K to first.
Oh, okay. So it's a milli.
Probably got $1 million prize pool, or I don't know. Even if it does, it might not even have that.
I'd take 200K.
What'd you say?
I'd take 200K.
Yeah, hopefully I can win one. That'd be great.
Yeah, it's been slow for me lately too. We were talking about in the beginning of the show. We both got young kids, so it's hard to play much. So I'm ready to take something down.
For sure. I've been close all year. Even last night I was kind of close. I was up top 15 the whole night in the 555, and I had the Dodgers stack to go, and they did absolutely nothing, and the Cubs just went nuclear. And
I know.
Cubs stack, I left out Kelly and Shaw or whatever that came in, and I was like, oh my god, I got Suzuki who got hurt, and I was like, my stack is terrible.
Top 15 with the Dodgers to go against Ben Brown, like a rookie, halfway decent, but still a rookie.
Yeah,
you're thinking you get something, right?
Yeah, and I was up to 12th after the first inning when they got Teoscar got a single, or somebody got a single, and I was like, and then I had the pitcher for who was that younger
for San Diego, Hart.
Yeah, Hart, and he was just throwing some strikeouts and getting into 20. I'm like, okay, here we go. And then it fell apart.
Really, I mean, I know they're not on this slate, but worth talking about, I guess, for future. The Rockies are really the nut matchup, huh?
Yeah, I like stacking them though against the good pitching, because sometimes they're cheap, and if they go off for 7 or 8 runs, then
right. Yeah, the price is right. Yeah. That's the thing on today's slate. The pitching is good, and it's not the only 10K guys like Wheeler, which is kind of why he's out of play.
Yeah,
and then you get all these guys you could fit in. I was getting on the other side of Baltimore. I was getting to Toronto, which I kind of like. It's a park downgrade, but they could hit 2. They don't strike out, so they put the ball in play.
Yeah, for what it's worth, SaberSim has a high total on these game, 4.5 and 4.7. That's higher than the industry, to be honest with you guys. A little bit higher than normal. Houston had the higher total, and then so at 4.9, Boston at 4.9, Braves at 4.9 here. Reds at 4.7. That's a little higher than I see around the industry. Where are the Phillies here? I'm missing the Phillies somewhere. Oh, they're at the end. They're 5.1 total. Yeah. So I don't know. I like the Phillies. I'm not getting a lot in SaberSim. I would probably bump them up.
It's better to use this implied dashboard. I think. Yeah, you got Reds at 4.7. Phillies look pretty. I mean, St. Louis. When the weather's right. I don't know what the weather's like, but when the weather's right, you could hit there.
The weather is definitely right today there.
Yeah.
So.
You could hit there. Phillies are good.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot more. I ran 150 build for the relay throw, 50K to first. And I'm getting Phillies as my third top stack, about 20% of my 150. KC, I'm still getting at 28. Boston, 24%. Detroit, 14. They're just good, cheap value. They're fine. I am getting a little Toronto. The Reds have dropped a little bit to 9.
What do you think of Boston on this slate? Like they have been disappointing
They have
2 days
been.
in a row.
I just wouldn't play them just because I think they're going to explode one of these days. But
Yeah, and then like
this
the
is the
White
matchup
Sox are
you think
just
you would explode on.
the
And they're kind of low owned, It's a 10-game slate, guys. It's really spread out. So, like, I think I want to take some shots on Duran, Devers, Bregman, or something.
yeah.
I mean,
I like
Story
Boston too.
4-2 at batting fifth. Maybe he comes alive.
The
Cassius
White
at
Sox are
first, batting sixth.
so terrible. Like
They're what?
the White Sox are so terrible.
I know. That's why I
Like
said Boston. I don't know. Boston's got to do something today.
yeah,
I probably have them in a stack. Like I said, I'm building 6 lineups. I'm probably going to have the Astros. I'm going to probably have Boston. Probably going to have Phillies as my main stack. And then I'm the Braves. So there's 4 of my lineups probably. And then I'll mix and match some of these other stocks that I like. I might talk myself into a little bit of the Orioles pieces. I might talk myself into the KC pieces. Detroit pieces I'm probably going to get to as value, maybe find some of the cheaper pieces.
are you getting in the
Same with the
relay
Reds.
throw? Are you getting some of these huge leverage teams like pieces of the White Sox or pieces of
Well,
Tampa or Pittsburgh and stuff? Like
not really. I didn't get any St. Louis, White Sox, Miami, the leverage stacks as much as I thought I would. They're way on the bottom.
yeah,
I did get KC as a leverage stack. I think that was kind of one that's kind of lower projected. That's up
yeah.
there a little bit. Tampa Bay is up there a little bit. Toronto's up there a little bit more. Cleveland would be the one I'm getting a little bit more of for a leverage stack as well.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
Cleveland makes sense. At Kansas City I'm getting them for like the single entry, 4 entry stuff, just in like the out of the box saber sim kind of thing. It kind of makes sense to me. I mean, Lively's kind of nothing. I don't think he strikes guys out. You get him out of there early, you
yeah,
get the weak relievers in, and anything can happen.
yeah.
Now, are you stacking anything less than 5 mans?
Not on this slate. I
Yeah,
only do 5 mans. I almost do like 5 threes only.
yeah,
Um, I've been doing a lot of 5 threes, having success with 5 threes. Hell, the other day I had the Angels, all the guys for the Angels that hit homers, and then I
yeah.
had a 5-man stack going, and then it just faded off again. I was like,
Dude,
it's either the 3-man's right or the 5-man's right. I have to put it all together one of these nights.
yeah. You had Kyron Paris. This guy is like,
Yeah, I already screwed up on Kyron Paris because I picked him on the wrong night. Although he did late last game, he did get a single and a steal, so he got 8 points on the
yeah.
last at bat.
I think it's legit too. I think he's actually pretty good. I've heard a lot of things about his like changing
Yeah.
his swing and like some of his advanced metrics are pretty good. So I think he's legit. Maybe the Angels are a little better than we think.
I think I like I did mention in my playbook today, guys. If you guys want to read that, that's a pretty good article. It just says, "Hey, get to some of these Angels today a little bit." I didn't pick them as a stack today, but then I got thinking about it. They've been a hot team. I talk about that in the article. I've been taking the mini stacks of these guys. But Arnaud for catchers at 3-1, he's kind of a cheap piece. Hoppy's not there today. He's kind of cheaper. You can get some cheap. Paris is still 3-7. Solaire's only 4-3. Ward's only 4-2 hitting homers. They have some cheap pieces you can build a mini stack off of around your main stack.
Yeah, and the thing about the Angels is they just hit homers. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of like Trout's kind of turning into a low average power guy. You got Soler, like the way they score is on home runs. So that's what you want in DFS, right?
For sure.
Totally like that. K9, yeah, Baltimore. Rody mentioned them. They look pretty decent against Barrios, and Barrios is solid, but like K9 mentioned,
yeah, I'm just kind of like he gives me a good idea there of VVP versus Baltimore does look good today. I'm probably going to put them in one of my lineups now. That in LA, I didn't mark LA and Baltimore. I was kind of in between on those teams this morning when I did the playbook. Their teams have been. I have always played Baltimore, and I always play the Angels a lot lately. I felt or Baltimore a lot last year. Angels none last year, but Angels more this year already. So those are two teams I'm probably going to work into my either mini stacks or into a 5-man here later. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of what there's a lot of teams I like today. I think it's going to be really spread out. I think it's going to be spread out.
Yeah, there's a lot of it's going to be spread out. Like the top guys in Baltimore, like Gunnar Henderson, looks really good. And I feel like Baltimore hasn't busted out that much, and like they're priced right for like being one of the best offenses. You had Tyler O'Neill in there, O'Hearn, and yeah, they're pretty good. You could play some of the bottom of the order guys too for
Yeah.
cheaper stuff, although they're getting pricey for bottom of the order. But you could definitely do it and fit them in.
Man, I didn't realize like there's 57 people that watched our video right now on the Twitter or on
Really?
X.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
even know how to. I check it
It
after.
pops up on there, but I didn't realize that many people were tuning in from the X alone, or if it's some logarithm that boosts it or something. But man, come over to the YouTube, hit a like button.
Yeah.
I always say hit the like button. Check us out on TrueDFS.com. Hit the subscribe button. Follow us on the Twitter too. Guys, if you're not following over there, please do. We post, some of your guys' screenshots. TrueDFS fam. Big hit for PGA this week to start off the Masters. We had a $7,500 showdown win by D-Man or Dumb-Man, however you want to say it.
Yeah, he was so close to taking it down too.
Yeah, and he was so close to taking it down.
But that's still an awesome hit. That's awesome.
Still a good hit for him. And then we had Bobby and Sheets up there in the top in golf today, or they were started the weekend in golf pretty good. So we'll see where they end up. But I think Rory and Bryson kind of taken over that, which is guys I didn't have much of. So like my Oberg and Connors and Rose, I got lined up with all those guys and it's still not doing that great. I'm like 1,200 in the million. I'm like, man, I feel like I got 5 guys in the top 10. I would be doing better.
1,200 in the $10 milli.
Yeah, I don't have them.
That's pretty damn good. There's like 350,000 people.
I get that, but like you got to make money at the top.
I know that's right.
I wish I had that lineup in my $3,000 entry.
Oh, that'd be nice.
That would have been nice. My 3,000 guys had a couple guys not make the cut, so
yeah,
that one fell off the map. But we should probably get back to baseball.
Yeah, we should get back to baseball. What do you think? I got a St. Louis stack. I mean, it seems a little.
I think the weather's great there. I mean, it's worth a shot. I mean, I'm not gonna probably get there in my 6 lineups, but if you want a leverage stack, they're probably that. Against Wheeler didn't look great anyways before, right? I mean,
so I like playing guys against Wheeler because one of the things that I don't think the projections do a great job with is projecting like how guys hold runners, and Wheeler is not great at stopping steals, which is like overpowered in terms of fantasy points, right? 5 points for a steal. So I don't know if like I want them in my main stack, but if I get the 3-mans, 2-mans of St. Louis, like
I mean, they're cheap guys. I mean, they're a bunch of 3K guys in that lineup on DK. You can get some good value guys on their bat. Like, I mean, Burleson batting 2. You got Donovan second base eligible, batting 3rd. I mean, second base has been a bad position overall today. I mean, I don't know if you want to pull up the second base position and see if there's any guys. I mean, you got Altuve and Bregman I talked about. You got Albies there at batting 5th for 4-5 in a good game we like. Can always play Westenberg if you like the Baltimore game.
Yeah.
I don't know. Gavin Lux is batting 4th today for the Reds at 3.5.
Yeah.
That's not bad price at all.
Not at all. Let's see what my Reds
good spot
stack looks like. I got the correlation. We talked about Boston correlating both pitchers. Not bad. It doesn't get to the Lux. I mean, Lux might get owned. See what they have.
So you got one of those Cincinnati builds in one of your lineups?
Yeah. If I go to my top 10, I've got a Cincinnati here.
Okay.
Yeah.
They didn't pull Lux, so they put Epinal batting.
Espinal, yeah.
That might not be updated, though, because I don't think he's playing, is he? Or is he?
I got him starting still. Did they scratch him?
Oh, he is playing. He is batting second still. You're right.
It may be like
that's a real value then.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might rotate to Lux on that. He projects a little bit better, but I mean Espinal's a lot cheaper, 700 even. That's a cheap play for second. That's not bad.
Yeah,
What's up, Team Underground? Good luck, man, today as well. Stop in the YouTube, hit the like, hit the follow. Hey,
Yeah,
join the Discord too, guys. Don't forget about the Discord. Even it's a premium Discord, but I mean, you can still chat it up for free in there. So make sure you guys are following that as
yeah.
well.
I like this. So this St. Louis, we were talking about pricing. I mean, that's something we don't talk about enough, right? Is you look at like what you could do. It's like in these cheaper stacks because you could spend up for the two pitchers, then you get some leverage against Sale, who's going to be like 30 something percent owned, at least in the higher stuff, and just hunting for home runs basically. You get to throw an Aaron Judge in there. I mean, right? So the price is right on St. Louis against Wheeler, and you're right. He was weak last time. Who knows? So something to think about if you want that leverage. And then I got a couple Detroits in there. Who's pitching from? Oh, against that Wood Richardson. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
I
mind.
don't mind
I don't
Wood
mind that at
Richardson a
all.
little bit though, but
Yeah, you could go. That's like one of those games where you could play at least two sides of the game, right? Like you could play Woods Richardson at 5,800, and you could stack against him too.
yeah, I don't mind that at all actually. To
Yeah,
do both sides of that game, I'm probably gonna have some Tigers as well. So, and I
yeah.
might have some Wood Richardson. I like that play.
My two Detroits, like basically they're cheap, so you could throw like an Aaron Judge in there with the two high price pitchers. This one's got you throw in a Philly stack with them. It's kind of interesting.
Who's your pitchers in that one?
Green and Crochet.
Oh, so you did get up. You just use the
Yeah,
guy. Use the Tigers as a
it
cheap.
uses
Yeah,
the Tigers to spend down
yeah.
and then spend up at pitching.
Which
You
I
still
like
get
that. I
yeah,
like that a lot. Yeah.
yeah. Price matters. We don't talk about that. It's
Yeah,
enough.
and I mean, if you're playing a little bit on FanDuel, I know K9 does and stuff. There's definitely some cheaper plays over there. Even like Astros are kind of cheap over there. Some other teams are cheap. That's why even the Giants are cheaper. I know they're not projecting well on DK, and they're going against Rodon, but like they're really cheap on FanDuel, and they project okay based on their price. So we play a DFS game where Rodon hasn't looked very good to start either, and he's projected down the list quite a bit today. But the Giants have some power hitters now. They've added a few, and you can get some homer off one of them at a cheap price. It's not bad when
Yeah.
you're mix and matching your lineup. So
The name of the game, especially on DraftKings, but it's true on FanDuel too. I mean, the name of the game is home runs, right? Like,
yeah,
and Yankee Stadium is great for home runs. Now, the lefty might mitigate some of the lefty, like short porch stuff a little bit, but there's a lot of guys. I mean, Adames can hit one easily. Ramos is good. Flores
yeah.
always.
Ramos projects pretty well still for
Yeah,
one of the top outfielders today. I mean, he's in the
yeah.
top 10 probably for
Chapman's
projection.
solid.
So yeah, they have some power hitters, guys, to play, and then over on FanDuel, they're even a little cheaper. They're pretty cheap on DK, I'd say, but they're more in the 4K price, which we wouldn't want to see them in the 3K price, but they're low
Yeah,
3Ks and FanDuel.
yeah. The thing is, there's so many spots to get to. One of them we didn't talk about is Washington.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. So I didn't get to any of them. But
I got to them a little bit. I said in my build, I got to them about 6-7% in the relay out of a 150 build. I mentioned them on the playbook today a little bit as well. They're the number 2 stack on the playbook for projection wise. I don't know if that's still holding true. Sometimes as lineups come in, they do change and stuff.
yeah,
But,
yeah, we'll see who they put out there against Quantrill. I mean, whoever they have, they're going to have a pretty solid total.
yeah.
And
They
the
should be
thing, I mean,
fine.
Miami's a pretty bad team too.
Yeah, they got some decent player pricing too for Washington guys. Garcia
Yeah.
at second base at 3.5. I don't know if that's confirmed. I gotta update this and see if they're in.
Let's see. I didn't see the lineup come in yet.
Yeah, hasn't
I don't
came
think
out
it's
yet
in.
actually. That's what I said. I don't have it actually out yet. So
We're waiting. We got Pirates, so we're just waiting on Washington.
pretty much. Yeah,
I love
that's
baseball.
a quick game. I don't know why we're still waiting on that. Actually,
I know it's one
that's
of the
a
earlier.
These are all earlier games, really.
Yeah, who knows?
But yeah, you got Alex Call at leadoff, Garcia Jr. 3.5 at second cheap, Nate Lowe at 3.5 first base cleanup. You got some guys that are batting pretty a decent little mini stack, I'd say. Woods has been hot, 5-1 even in the outfield. Going against the Marlins team, I don't mind it.
Yeah, I mean, Miami is just a terrible team. So yeah, that's about it. Should we do like a home run pick? People do that, like have some fun. Who you got to hit a home run today?
We can, yeah. I mean, it's more
Before we
like,
get out of here.
yeah, before we get out of here.
Can't
Yeah.
get it. It can't be like Judge. That's too easy.
Yeah, Team Underground. I do like the Reds a little bit. I did mention that. I don't know if you're still in the chat, but I mentioned the Reds. I like them a lot today as well. They're growing on me a little bit more. Lux at 3-5, batting fourth. I like that. Candelario third base, 4K. They got some cheap pieces. So
Yeah, we're overlooking that stadium too. I mean, this is
yeah, that's
the
the
best
stadium. Yeah,
the best stadium on the slate. Now I don't know what the weather's like. It might be cool, but let's see. In range, I'm
60,
nothing worrisome.
60 blowing in a little bit though, so that's a little, but that's still
No, but
decent.
still, yeah, it's
They've been hitting the ball even when the cold weather lately too, so it's crazy.
yeah. You can, frankly, I mean, you could get to a Pittsburgh guy here and there too if Green's really high owned. Like, I don't mind that.
Yeah,
just hunting for home runs and leverage, I think is fine if you get there. But yeah, who do you like to hit a home run today? You got one guy.
Who do I like to hit a home run today? I don't know. Probably Kyle Schwarber, lefty.
Yeah.
Matchup.
St. Louis,
Philly's
good
good
weather.
weather. 78 degrees blowing out to left though, so it's not great for the lefty for going out to left, but it'll help. I
Yeah.
think he's a good pick today.
I'm gonna go low. I'm gonna go lower, but I got Kansas City was my highest exposed stack, so I'm gonna go with Bobby Witt.
Ooh, Bobby Witt.
We talk a lot about him in Discord, so we'll wish him good luck. Get some
He's
Bobby Witt
expensive
action.
today too, though. 6K. He might be one of the highest priced players on the slate, right?
Yeah, he's really. I mean, there's those like shortstop pay ups with De La Cruz. Turner's really looking good at 5,200, and then
Yeah, the Phillies are going to be expensive to get to, but they're going to be my main stack. I'm gonna probably have Turner in there as well. I should have probably went with him. I like him a lot.
Turner looks good at 5,200 for that projection.
Yeah,
like a little lower than he's lower than Witt, lower than Henderson, lower than De La Cruz.
Yeah, I don't know. I bet an Angel guy hits a homer today too. Maybe Taylor Ward again.
Taylor Ward,
200. Yeah. I like him a lot today.
I already talked him up. I'm just gonna go Kyron Paris. This guy's world beater. He's turning into. Why not?
3-7. I like that too.
3-7. I'll pick him. He'll be my secondary home run pick. We should get out of there though. Let you build. Let people build their lineups and stuff. We'll be in Discord, chopping it up, answering questions, talking to slate.
Yeah, I mean, for final takes here, guys, I'll end it. I usually end the shows anyway when I'm on them, but weather's not too bad. There's a couple games we want. I don't think there's any rain to worry about. The rain was in the Detroit game, but it's going to be. It looks like it'll be before the game in the Minnesota at the Twins. Chicago winds are in 20 miles an hour. Maybe I'm a little worried about that. It's really good pitching for Crochet in that game, I would say. I like the Phillies as my main stack. I think there's a lot of good teams we talked about in the show. If you guys can, hit the like button, subscribe, follow us. Check us out on our X profile, TrueDFS. Check us out on TrueDFS.com as well. And I put the Discord link in the comments, so jump in on that, guys. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday fun day. I think I'm going to build my baseball lineups to go out for some drinks or something this afternoon and try to have a good day. I think my kids have some activities with some friends today, so I might have a kid-free day. So it's going to be a nice little chill day. So
you're definitely going to win.
Maybe. I don't want to. I've been on a hot streak to start the year, and then I kind of cooled off. So I hope tomorrow I get back hot again because I got all those big 555 tickets tomorrow. So
yeah, well, hopefully today or
some more. Yeah, let's start hot today and get hot in tomorrow.
Yeah, so and always, for everyone guys, in here too.
What's that?
For everyone in here too. We'll see some screenshots, hopefully.
Yeah, put the screenshots out there. Check out the Showdown PGA screenshot. I posted a D-man today, 7,500 for the Showdown Masters. Let's see those big PGA ones coming today too later, I'm guessing. So as always, guys, let's get it.